Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you've been having a good week. So, some of the things I remember when I was a kid, I don't know how much you guys have to deal with this. I don't know if you've ever been to an amusement park or a carnival or something, you saw one of these signs, you must be this tall to ride. Or maybe you remember having the train wheels on your bicycle as you were learning how to ride your bike. And one, I don't know if you guys ever had this happen to you, but when I was young, anytime we had a Thanksgiving dinner, I was always at the kids' table. There's always a separate little table for the kids to sit at. And I remember thinking, what's it going to take for me to grow up someday and be able to join the big table? So sometimes it feels like when we're kids that maybe we're not as important or we don't get as much attention sometimes. But one of the good news stories about Jesus is that he loved little kids. And that's part of our story today is how special you are and all children are to Jesus.
Hi everyone, it's Aunt Fernita. Today's story is called Let the Children Come. The memory verse is from Luke chapter 18, verse 16. It says, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these." Today's message is children like me are welcome in God's family. Can you remember a time when an important visitor came to your town? What did everyone do? Were there pictures in the newspaper? Did you stand and wave a flag? In our story today, someone very important has just come to town. It may have happened like this. Have you heard the news? Jesus is in town. Over and over, people in the town told one another the news. Jesus is here. Everyone wanted to see Jesus. Men left their work and hurried to hear him speak. Friends and families helped sick people get near him. They had heard how he had healed others. Maybe he would heal them too. Everyone was amazed as they watched Jesus with the people. They saw blind men and women see again. They laughed with the lame people who could leap and jump again. They saw mothers and fathers and children well again. Everyone was helped. No one was turned away. When some of the mothers heard about Jesus, they wanted to see him too. They wanted him to bless their children. The children were excited. They were going to see Jesus. Children everywhere loved Jesus. He smiled at them. He spoke kindly to them and told wonderful stories. He loved the flowers and other small gifts they brought him. Soon, some of the mothers hurried through the town. They called to their friends, "Come with us to see Jesus." Children told their friends, and soon many were hurrying to see Jesus. But the mothers with small children could not go very fast. It took time for the toddlers to walk. Finally, all the mothers and children reached the crowd around Jesus. They stood at the back, trying to look over all the tall people in their way. Some of the small children may have tried to crawl forward, but they could not get near Jesus. Everyone wanted to see him. It seemed as if everyone was pushing, trying to get nearer. The mothers felt as if it were hopeless. Could anyone help them see Jesus? Maybe his disciples would help them. The mothers led the children to the disciples. The disciples frowned at them. They shook their heads. "Go away. Can't you see Jesus is busy? Can't you see he is tired?" Jesus saw what was happening. "Wait," he said. "Let the little children come to me. Don't stop them. The kingdom of God belongs to people who are like these little children." The disciples and the crowd were amazed. The mothers and children hurried to Jesus. He spent a long time with them. He took the children onto his lap and blessed them. Maybe he told the mothers how much he loved the children. Maybe he talked about how they could raise their children to love God. We don't know what Jesus said to the mothers and children that day, but we can be sure that he was not angry at them for wanting to be with him. He was happy. He was glad to talk with them. Jesus always loves children and parents, and he wants you to come to him today. He wants you to be a part of his family too.
That's one of the great messages and one of the great things that we have about Jesus, his love for everyone, no matter who you are or where you are in life. And so let's think about the verse that's Matthew also had his version of the same verse from Matthew 19:14. Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. And the idea behind that is Jesus is saying that people who are like children can come to him because children are, you guys believe. I mean, you don't worry about things so much, and you're honest and good, and you're innocent, which means you have good thoughts and good actions and good deeds. You share with other people and you want to help out other people. And when we have that faith and belief in God, that means that we have that faith like children. And that's what he's looking for, is for all of us to believe in him and trust in him. And that's one of the great things about kids. You guys are doing that already. That's why he loves you, loves having you near him. And says that as long as we're like you, that we're going to be close to him as Christians. Let's think about that with our song for today.
Mom.
And that is a great truth I want you guys to keep with you always, that Jesus does love you every day in every way. Let's finish up with our verses for today. 1 Corinthians 13:4 and 7 through 8. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs, it does not delight in evil, it rejoices with the truth, it always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always perseveres. Love never fails. So that's a great message I want you guys to take with you today and every day. Have a great week. Goodbye.